Welcome back. My name is Fred Fistzgiles, and I want to thank, first of all, Brother Mike Riley and Shauna, because they allow us to be here tonight on the Upper Room. And usually I'm working behind the scenes, but now I have the privilege to be here to allow me to come on and talk about our company, Studeo22. And I'm actually joined here by some very, very special people as part of my team. And one of them looks just like me. And her name is Freda Camile Fistgiles.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. Freda is a aspiring author. She has a book that's out. I'm not going to steal her thunder, but she also is an incredible spoken word artist. I also have a gentleman who works with me very, very with a lot of our artists. Studeo22 is a multimedia production company. We do music, we do video production. We also have websites, and we also do shows and things of that nature. But we also have artists, recording artists. And one thing about music artists of today, they ain't the same like they used to be. Right. And so we have to have some time. We have to mold and shape folks. And I have Mr. Rodney Benet, who's actually part of our A&R management team as well, to my right. And then we have an aspiring gentleman that's coming up who is a writer, and he's also an artist as well, but he's also a writer and a filmmaker. And his name is Mr. Lee Miller. So I want to welcome everybody here. So I'm going to first go with Lee, because he's the youngest guy. So you're the youngest in charge. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and tell us about how you came up with the idea of coming up with a film and what inspired you.
Well, I'm a music writer because I like to write music. Music is my passion. We just sitting home one day, say, what, I got to do some things out here in the community, and I got to do it for God.
Right.
Because God said, you know what, I got something for you in stores. I need you to bring it out and make it happen. And I said, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. So I sat back and I started writing music and doing it for God, and just got to the point like I know this is God, and it's going to touch people. It's just going to change their lives and different things like that. Mm-hmm. And I also like to write movies. As you said, I was writing plays. I just couldn't finish them. Writing movies, couldn't finish them. But one day I said, I'm going to finish me a movie. Mm-hmm. So I started writing this movie, and it just came out to be a very good movie. And I named it You're Never Too Bad to Be Saved.
You're never too bad to be saved.
Yeah, because people.
Whoa, we can all relate to that, right? Yeah, because we do some bad things sometimes. Right. That's awesome. And who inspired you to be able to work on music? Was it a self-inspiration, or is it just the Lord Jesus?
The Lord Jesus.
That's right. That's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. And how old are you?
25.
25 years old.
Yes.
When I was 25, I wasn't thinking about writing no film.
No.
I can tell you, but that's awesome. Also, I want to also segue, and Lee is also part of Studeo22 music film group. So he's going to be our first project. How soon do you think that we're going to be able to get this thing going?
Well, right now we're casting out for people.
Okay.
We're trying to shoot this thing in the next 6 months.
Okay.
But it's in God's plan.
That's right.
So we can't rush God's work.
That's good.
Because you rush God's work, it just ain't going to come out right at all.
Right, good.
So we just letting God put things in order, and it's going to come out. So world, get ready.
That's it. And how has God really changed in your life? How did you come to God?
Well, it was a calling on my life since birth. I was in the streets. The enemy tried to confuse me a little bit. When you're young, you can confuse a child.
Sure.
So the enemy tried to confuse me a little bit, had me going in the wrong direction, but God had a plan. Mm-hmm. I always say the devil has a game plan, but God has the game plan.
That's right.
So he caught my attention. I got baptized when I was real young, received God when I was real young, and I started taking it more seriously because I knew it was more out there. I knew it was more out there, and I knew I could change something. I knew it was something about me that God put in me that I could change. So one day I was in my basement, and I called God out, because sometimes you got to call him out.
I hear that.
He's waiting for people to call out to him, because he can answer you. And my life just changed. I followed some instructions he gave me, started moving forward, and I'm learning every day.
That's it. That's it.
Every day.
That's good. That's great. All right. Well, I appreciate that, and also I want to bring in also Mr. Rodney Benet. This gentleman is going to be running our music, taking care of all of our artists. So, what is your role as the main guy that's going to be taking care of all the artists?
As A&R, pretty much my position is to look for the quality, the talent, but to try to mold them into being where they need to be, versus just having someone who's just there. We're looking for individuals who have a story to tell, not just a couple of rhymes here, a couple of rhymes there, but someone who has longevity, who has a story, who wants to give that story out and has a basis, has a foundation. Okay. That's pretty much what I'm looking at doing.
Awesome. And how many artists are you working on right now?
Right now we have, to my knowledge, 3 that we're working on right now. Okay. I'm working with Emaya Fistzgiles, Freda Camile.
Emaya's my daughter, by the way.
And Lee Miller. We're doing a lot of things that we're looking to put together with them. We have a couple of other artists that we haven't put up yet, but we're working on them right now.
Awesome, awesome. And Miss Freda Camile,
Yes, sir.
I want you to tell everybody that's out there in TV land about your incredible book, in the future New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, it is.
And so tell them about how you got started in poetry and how you put up with me.
Well, first let me say happy birthday to
Our brother, Forrest. Yes.
DJ F3.
DJ F3.
Fistzgiles.
Right.
He's 37 today.
He's 37. That
Y'all
means,
didn't know.
yeah, well, you know, I'm 39. And when you turn 40, you get a purple jacket and a butterfly. So, you know.
Well, the title of my book is The Storms Caused My Faith. And this book is a self-published book that I wrote. I actually released this in January of 2005. Here you go. Good shot.
Gotta get a shot of it.
Okay. And as I said, I self-published this in January 2005. I was inspired to write this book by the death of our mother in 1998. And it basically was a way of journaling myself through the healing process.
Yes.
In the beginning, I thought that The Storms Caused My Faith was just about Mom's death.
Right.
But, you know, after putting out this book, I began to go through more storms as I began to grow in the Lord and grow in my relationship with, you know, different things in life. I began to realize The Storms Caused My Faith is not just about Mom's death. It was about, you know, I got married, I got divorced, and I realized that The Storms Caused My Faith spoke to those storms as well.
Right.
So that's basically what it is.
Well, the important thing about that is that we all go through storms. And no matter where we're at in the point of our lives, there's something that there's a person that can talk to you. There's a book that you can read. You know, getting out of a storm is not watching television.
Right.
Because most of the things on television are negative.
Right.
But to have something like this that can bless you, whether you're at home going through, whether your bills are not paid, your light's about to be cut off, or whether you're in a hospital bed,
Right.
that's a great book. And I'm not just saying that because she's my sister. It's an incredible book. And
Yes.
so how can people get a hold of your book? And
The book is actually located at the Tri-State Mall at the Misha Books. You can always go there to pick up a copy. You can always contact me. You can hit me on Facebook. You can contact me by telephone, 302-494-0495. Or you can contact us at the Studeo22.
that's right.
That is 302-691-7549.
691-7549. That's awesome. That's great. The thing about working with my sister that I like is that we get to do things together. I'm more behind the scenes, but I used to rap back in the day, so I ain't gonna do nothing now. But the good thing is about because you can work with people, but working with family is incredible. And I go to support her, and we do what we need to do. And but you know, just yesterday for Black History Month, we were able to go to Ezon Mount Carmel.
Easy on Mount Carmel
After
with
my
my Aunt Shirley. Hopefully she's
hi,
watching.
Aunt Shirley.
Hi, Aunt Shirley.
She called me up on Friday and just basically said, "Honey, I put you on the program."
Yes.
And I'm just like, "What am I gonna do?" But I definitely want to go to a break and segue to that because I think it was very important. I asked the Lord to give me what I need. I didn't really know what to say, you know, because I'm not a spoken word. But the Lord, you know, woke me up at 7 o'clock in the morning and allowed me to be able to give exactly, and it was well received.
Yes,
and it was a pleasure working with my sister. So we're going to go to the break and play that segment. And
It's
we'll
been
write.
a pleasure working with you too.
Thank you.
I think it's bringing us a little closer. You know.
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's
so.
fun.
I'll pay you later. We're going to go to break, and we'll be right back.